In this video, I'm going to show you how to add, upload, configure, activate, and remove plugins. So here I'm in the plugin manager. The way you get to that is just click plugins on the sidebar here. You can see all the plugins that are installed on my site here. All the plugins that have a bright blue background here are activated because there's a difference between installing a plugin and activating a plugin. So for example here, I'm going to disable this plugin right here. I'm going to deactivate it. So now whenever I go to my plugins page, you can see that this one just has a plain white background, which means that Safe SVG is installed, but it's not actually being used on my website. The features of my plugin I'm not using. So it's as simple as clicking activate. And now that Safe SVG is activated, now any content that applies to this plugin, whatever this plugin needs to be doing, it is now doing on my live site. So to add a new plugin, you just go up here and hit add new. You can search plugins. WordPress has a database of plugins that you could search for. So if I wanted to search for example, Gravity Forms, you'll see that Gravity Forms does actually not appear in this search, and that's because Gravity Forms is not a plugin that's in the WordPress database. But you can see that I have some add-ins for Gravity Forms here. So you can see I have maybe a multiple columns add-in, and if I want to install that, it's as simple as hitting install now. A couple seconds from now, you'll see that it's installed, and now this button changes from install to activate. So I'll go ahead and activate it while I'm here as well. So now you can see here that it's going to throw out an error, and this is okay. I did that on purpose to show that some plugins require other plugins to work. So before I activate this plugin, I need to actually download the Gravity Forms plugin. So the Gravity Forms plugin is offered on GPL Zone. We generally recommend that you never get a plugin from GPL Zone for your website because we have a premium account and we can get these for, if not free, very, very reduced pricing. So don't charge yourself the extra money if you don't have to. So I'm going to go ahead here. I'm going to search for Gravity Forms. You can see that the Gravity Forms pops right up. So I'm going to download the plugin here. You can see here I can add a new plugin. And instead of searching for the plugin, since we know that it's not in the WordPress database, I'm just going to hit upload. So now a little thing pops up here. I can choose a file. You can see that the Gravity Forms is right here in my downloads folder. But if I just downloaded it, a neat little trick is I can just take this, drag it right here, and let go. You see that Gravity Forms has been uploaded. I can hit install. You can see that I did not unzip that folder. WordPress is smart enough to handle the zip folder. It uncompresses and adds those files everywhere. So you can see here, now that it's done unpacking and installing, it's going to give me the option to activate it. So I'll go ahead and hit activate right here. Now Gravity Forms is installed and activated on my website. And now that I have this plugin activated, this plugin that relies on it, I can now activate it. You can see that error message that I had before isn't here anymore because the plugin it requires is now installed. So plugins can be a little funny like that. Some plugins do require other plugins, and it'll be sure to let you know. It'll show a big error message just like that. Generally, it's not anything to be scared of if you're installing a new plugin. You're not affecting site content. That's just an error with the installation. There's plenty of ways to work that out. You can see here 99% of the time. Pretty simple. So let's say I want to delete a plugin here. First things first, I got to deactivate it. So I'll deactivate this plugin. I'll also deactivate Gravity Forms as well here, just because I want to get rid of both of them. And I can actually select both at the same time instead of deleting them separately. I can go up here to this bulk actions drop down. I can select it and I can hit delete and I can hit apply. So it's going to tell me, are you sure you want to delete these? Yes, I am. I'm going to hit OK. You can see that they've been deleted. Some take a little bit longer than others to delete, but eventually once it deletes, it'll be gone from the list. I can refresh the page. You can see that sometimes they don't like to delete with bulk actions, especially plugins that rely on other plugins. Once again, I chose Gravity Forms because this is most of the time where I have a little bit of a sticky plugin here. If it does that, just manually click delete and hit OK, and it should go away for real this time. Then once we have everything taken care of and we're all done with our plugins, we can get out of the plugin editor. We can go back to our WordPress dashboard. You can see here if we installed a new plugin, it'll appear in the sidebar. So if I left Gravity Forms installed, it would put a little Gravity Forms button here, and that's where I can work with that plugin. Each plugin's a little different. Each plugin has its own functionality, and plugins are a really great way to expand the functionality of your website without having to do coding. Of course, if you have any questions with plugins, if you're having any troubles, you need to find a plugin, especially if it's on GPL zone, contact us because we'll be able to get that for a reduced price, if not free. We'll be happy to help you out. Thank you.